Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This is your maths teacher, Mrs. Anjum Wasim. I hope you all are fine and safe. I welcome you all to lecture number 7 of Unit 5 Polynomials, Mathematics Class 8. My dear students, our today's topic is about the division of the polynomials with zero remainder. In our previous lecture, we have understood the topic of division of the polynomials with zero remainder. And today we are going to understand it with non-zero remainder. And after the understanding of this article, inshallah, we will solve question number 14 and 15 from exercise 5a. Let's recap the basic relationship between a divisor, dividend, quotient, and remainder, but with a different example. For example, if I divide 13 by 3, I'll be doing it like 3 fours are 12, and after subtraction, I'm getting 1 as a remainder. So I can write this 13 as 3 multiplied by 4 and plus 1. Now look here, what is 3 and what is 4 and what is 1? 3 and 4 are divisors in quotient, and 1 is its remainder. So it means that what we do, we multiply the divisor and the quotient, and we add the remainder to this product. So we get a very important relationship from here, and this relation is dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. And in our today's lecture, you will see that I will implement this relationship on some questions from the exercise 5a. One more important concept that we need to recap is that remainder is an indicator. Now, remainder is an indicator of what? Remainder is an indicator that if it is non-zero, then dividend is not exactly divisible by divisor. In the previous example, you have seen that 13 is not exactly divisible by 3, so its remainder is 1. So, remainder is always an indicator. And remainder is also an indicator of one more thing. And that is that if it is 0, then dividend is exactly divisible by the divisor. In the previous lecture, lecture number 6, you have seen that all the questions that we solved from the exercise, in all those questions, the remainder was 0. And in our today's lecture, you will see that all the questions that we will solve from the exercise, mostly their remainders will be non-zero, and that will help us in understanding the basic relationship and how that relationship exists, that I will show you in our today's lecture, inshallah. So let's solve question number 14, part A, for the understanding of today's topic with non-zero remainders. Look at this polynomial and look at this polynomial. Divide this polynomial by this another polynomial. Polynomials हैं ये दोनों, और ये second degree polynomial है, which is called a quadratic polynomial. Also it is trinomial. Right? Polynomials दो तरह से define होंगे, with respect to the terms and with respect to the degrees. अगर with respect to terms इसको देखा जाए, तो it is having 3 terms, so it is a trinomial. And if we look at it with respect to the degrees, its degree is 2, so it's a quadratic polynomial. So overall we can say that it's a quadratic trinomial. Right? And if we look at this with respect to the terms, it is having 2 terms, so it is a binomial, and its degree is 1, so it's linear polynomial. So overall we can say that it is a linear binomial. Both are polynomials. अगर इसमें से किसी एक भी वेरिएबल की पावर माइनस हो जाती या फ्रैक्शनल हो जाती, तो हम इसे पॉलिनोमियल नहीं कह सकते. The first thing that we need to know in division is that, is it in descending order? Yes, it is in descending order. इसकी डिग्री 2 है, highest 2, फिर इसकी डिग्री 1 है a की, और यहाँ a नहीं है, right? इसकी डिग्री यहाँ a पर a की डिग्री 0 है. So descending order में है dividend, we can write it in this form under the sign of division, and remainder we can write outside the sign of division, and we can draw a column for the working. Then we know from our previous lecture that how we start the process of division. We see that the first term over here is divisible by the first term over here, and that division will give us a very clear hint about the first term of the quotient, which we will write over here, right? So we will divide this 12a square by 3a, and after this division we can get 4a. It's a very simple division. You can directly cancel out these and you can get the term, and this 4a will be utilized at two places. First you will write it over here, and then you will multiply it with the divisor 3a plus 2. And first of all, I'm shifting it to the quotient, and now I'm multiplying it with the divisor in the working column, and as a product I am getting 12a square plus 8a. And now I will be shifting it over here under the like terms. Now the process of subtraction will take place, and now the change of sign will take place. Change of sign means the signs will change. Here it is plus, now it has become minus. It is plus, now it will become minus. You can see. Now these are two terms with the opposite signs. It is plus term, it is minus term, so they will be cancelled, right? Plus 14a minus 8a will give us 6a plus 6a, and this plus 8 will be shifted as it is here, right? So overall we will get 6a plus 8. Now we can do is that we can divide this 6a with this 3a to get a hint for the next term over here. So we will divide 6a by 3a over here in the working column, and it's a very simple division. You can directly cancel them out, and as an answer we are getting plus 2. This plus 2 will be utilized at two places. First it will be shifted over here and it will be multiplied with the divisor. So I am shifting this plus 2 first to quotient, and then I am multiplying it with the divisor. So it is being multiplied with the divisor. 2 into 3a plus 2 will give us 6a plus 4, which will be shifted over here, and subtraction means change of sign. Now this was plus, this is minus. This is plus sign. Now I will change the sign and it becomes minus. Now these two terms will be cancelled out, and plus 8 and minus 4 will give us plus 4, right? So this is the remainder. So overall we can get the answer: quotient is equal to 4a plus 2 and remainder is equal to 4. So we can see that if we multiply the quotient with this divisor and add it to this remainder, we must get this dividend. So let's see. We write down the data, and now let's verify. First of all, what we have to do, we have to multiply the divisor and quotient. Okay, I'll multiply the divisor and quotient over here, and then what we have to do with this remainder, we have to add this remainder to this product. So we are adding it to this product. This is divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So let's see what's the answer. The product of these two is 12a square plus 6a plus 8a plus 4, and plus 4 from here, right? You can do this. You have learned it in your previous lecture number 5. Okay, now if we add them more, we get 12a square plus 14a plus 8, and you can see that this is the dividend. So this verification is establishing the rule and the formula: the divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder will be equal to the dividend. So from here you can check the answer of your question also, that whether you have correctly divided the dividend by the divisor or not, and also it will be helpful to you in your future classes, especially ninth class. uh, this part of the solution is not required in your neat copies, okay? You just understand it. You may not write it on your neat copies. Question number 14, part B, dividend and divisor. Dividend and divisor written on their places inside and outside the division sign. This is in descending order with respect to A. Although there are two variables, but it is in a descending order with respect to A square, A1, and no A over here, right? A0 will be counted A0. So descending order हो गया, और trinomial है, quadratic है, और ये binomial है, linear है, right? इसकी डिग्री 1 है. और इन दोनों के डिग्री के रिलेशनशिप के बारे में आपको क्या बताया गया है कि इनकी डिग्री एट द मोस्ट इक्वल हो सकती है. डिविडेंड की डिग्री इससे डिविजर से लेस नहीं हो सकती, राइट? नाउ वी विल ड्रॉ अ वर्किंग कॉलम, एंड now this first term 12a square is divisible by this 4a, and this will give us a hint for the quotient. So I'm dividing it. 12a square by 4a will give me 3a. I will be utilizing it at two places. I'll be writing it over here, and I will be multiplying it with the divisor. So first of all, I'm shifting it to the quotient, and now I'm multiplying it with the divisor. As a product, I'm getting 12a square minus 15ab, and this product will be shifted over here under the like terms. So I'm shifting it. Here it is shifted, and now the process of subtraction will take place, which means that change the signs. Here I'm changing it from plus to minus, and here I'm changing it from minus to plus. These two terms will be cancelled out, and these two terms will be solved. It is minus 31ab, it is plus 15ab, and we know that they are having opposite signs. They will be actually subtracted from each other, and the sign of the bigger term will be the sign of the answer. So the sign of the bigger term is minus, so the answer will carry a minus sign with it. And what about this 22b square? This will be shifted as it is without the change of sign over here. Now I'm doing this step over here, and now this minus 16ab is divided with this 4a to get a hint of the next term which we have to write over here, right? So let's see that after dividing minus 16ab and with this 4a, what do we get? Because it is minus, it is plus, so they are of different signs. So we have learned in our previous lecture number 6 also that if the dividend and divisor are of opposite signs, the quotient will get a minus sign. And here you have seen that they were having same signs, so our quotient was plus 3a, was a plus, right? So different signs will give us a minus with the quotient, and it is minus 4b because a is cancelled. Minus 4b will be shifted over here and multiplied with the divisor, and now I'm shifting it first, and now I am multiplying it with the divisor here, and I'm getting the product like minus 16ab plus 20b square. This product will be shifted over here, right, under the like terms. So I'm shifting it here, and now the process of subtraction means change of sign. Here it becomes plus, and this becomes minus. So cancellation and the subtraction of these two will give us plus 2b square. So that's all. That is the remainder, and now we can write down the answer as quotient is equal to 3a minus 4b, and remainder is equal to 2b square, right? Now we will combine the data and verify. So let's verify. I have written all the data over here: dividend, divisor, quotient, and remainder, right? And now we will multiply these two, right? So divisor and quotient, the product of these two I'm writing over here, divisor into quotient, and we have to add remainder to this product. Now I'm adding remainder, right? This is divisor, this is quotient, and plus divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? So we will see what's the product of these two is 12a square minus 16, and you can directly multiply them. 4 into 3a is 12, 4 into minus 4 is minus 16ab, then minus 5b into 3a is minus 15ab, and then minus 5 into minus 5b into minus 4b is plus 20b square. You can directly multiply them. So these four terms are the outcome of the product or the multiplication of these two terms, and plus 2b square is written here at the end. Now you can combine the like terms, as you know the procedure of multiplication from lecture number 5. This will be minus 31 AB, and this 20 and 2 will be added to give 2b square. So the final answer will be 12a square minus 31ab plus 22b square, and you can see that it is the dividend, right? So we have established the fact that dividend, divisor multiplied by the quotient plus remainder is equal to dividend, sorry. Next part C, write down the dividend and divisor, and the working column has been drawn. Now you see 63x square will be divided by 9x, right? So I'm dividing it over here, and it's a very simple division. 9 sevens are 63 and 1x will be cancelled, and we will get 7x. 7x shifted to the quotient, and this 7x will be multiplied with this divisor also, and we will get 7x into 9x plus 4 is equal to 63x square plus 28x, which will be shifted over here under the like terms. So I'm shifting it. I'm changing the signs because of subtraction. Here the change of sign is taking place. Here cancellation is taking place. Now plus 19 and minus 28, they're of opposite signs, so they will be subtracted, right? And what about this minus 20? This will be shifted as it is, and as a subtraction of these two we will get minus 9x, because 28 के साथ minus का sign है, which is a bigger term. Subtraction के बाद bigger term के साथ minus जो answer है उसके साथ वही sign आएगा जो bigger term के साथ है, right? And minus 20 का sign change नहीं होगा, वो as it is आएगा. Now the term is minus 9x over here and the term is 9x over here. They will be divided and we get minus 1. Opposite signs hain, so we're getting a minus over here. So minus 1 will be shifted to the quotient, and after multiplication with divisor we are getting minus 9x minus 4. This will be shifted over here under the like terms. Here they are shifted. Here the process of subtraction is taking place with change of signs, and terms cancelled because they are same terms with different signs. Minus 20 plus 4. 20 के साथ bigger term है 20 और इसके साथ minus sign है. 4 के साथ अब plus sign count होगा. So they will actually be subtracted because they are having different signs, and the sign with the answer will be of the bigger term, which is minus. So we will get minus 16 as the remainder. So overall the answer will be 7x minus 1 and remainder is minus 16. Here you can also check at your own that if you multiplied this divisor with this quotient and you add this product, this remainder to this product, you will be getting the dividend 63x square plus 19x minus 20. Next part, part D, write down the dividend and divisor. See, they are in descending order. It is also in descending order. First term is divisible by this first term. अगर divisible ना हो तो हम किसी और टर्म को यहाँ से किसी और टर्म के साथ डिवाइड करके भी क्वोशिएंट का हिंट ले सकते हैं. बट जब तक हमें ये फर्स्ट टर्म्स हेल्प आउट करती हैं, हम फर्स्ट टर्म से ही प्रेफर करते हैं इसका हिंट लेना. नेक्स्ट, we will draw the working column and we will divide 10x square by 5x to get the first quotient term, which is 2x. We will shift it to the quotient. So now it is shifted to the quotient. Now we will multiply it with the divisor. You can see that the steps are very same. We are doing all the questions mechanically in the very same manner. All the time we are doing the same process. So it will not be much difficult for you to understand the process of division. 2x into 5x minus 3 will give us a result 10x square minus 6x. And what do we do with this product? We always shift it over here, and now I'm shifting it 10x square minus 6x, change of sign because of subtraction here, minus and plus, cancellation, plus 15 plus 6 and minus 12 as it is will be shifted down. Minus 6 and plus 15 and plus 6 is 21, because both are having same signs. Same signs means add them, and actually add them, and the sign will be whatever is the sign of both. जो दोनों के साथ है वही sign आएगा. And now is the case when you can see that 21x cannot be divided this 5x. We cannot divide 21x with this 5. It is not exactly divisible with this 5, right? So we can now take the help from the next term by minus 12 from here, the next term which is minus 3. So जब कभी हमें फर्स्ट टर्म हेल्प नहीं करेगी क्वोशिएंट फाइंड करने में, तो इट इज पॉसिबल फॉर अस कि हम अगली किसी टर्म को यहाँ की नेक्स्ट टर्म से, बिकॉज इट इज अ कांस्टेंट टर्म, और यहाँ से कांस्टेंट टर्म को डिवाइड करके क्वोशिएंट का हिंट ले सकते हैं. सो वी विल बी डिवाइडिंग minus 12 with minus 3. ये ध्यान में रखें कि इनके साइंस को आपने इनके साइंस के साथ ही रखना है. 12 के साथ माइनस का साइन है, 3 के साथ माइनस का साइन है, इनके साइंस के साथ आप यहाँ रखेंगे. अगर आप ऐसे कर लेंगे कि यहाँ से तो माइनस 12 ले लें और यहाँ से सिर्फ प्लस 3 या सिर्फ 3 लिखें, तो यहाँ 3 लिखने की सूरत में आंसर आपका आ जाएगा minus 4, which will be wrong and which will be giving you wrong answer. So you have to take the signs along with the terms, right? जब भी आप यहाँ टर्म्स लिखते हैं उनके साइंस को उनके साथ ही रखेंगे. Now you will be getting plus 4, and this plus 4 will be shifted in the quotient place, and this plus 4 will be now multiplied with these two terms which are the divisor terms. Now here the multiplication is taking place, and as a product we are getting 20x minus 12, and we know that we have to shift it over here, and here they are shifted 20x minus 12, and now we know that the process of subtraction will take place, and which requires the change of sign. Here the sign was plus, with 20 it has become minus, here the sign was minus and now it has become plus, right? So here this time they are not getting cancelled. The minus 12 and 12 are getting cancelled, so cancel them out and subtract them, because 21 के साथ plus का sign है और 20 के साथ minus का sign है. They will actually be subtracted, and the sign of 21 which is plus will be along with the sign of x. So this will be considered as the remainder of this division. So we will write quotient as 2x plus 4 and remainder as x. Next is a word problem. Question number 15, which is the last question of this exercise, alhamdulillah. The area of the rectangle is x cube minus 8x square plus 7. It's a rectangle. इससे पहले हम इस एक्सरसाइज में रेक्टेंगल के वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. वो रेक्टेंगल की विकैबुलरी से फेमिलियर हैं आप, उसके डायमेंशन से फेमिलियर हैं. वन ऑफ इट्स साइड इज x minus 1 and find the other. रेक्टेंगल के डायमेंशंस जो हैं उसमें दो चीजें होती हैं, लेंथ एंड विड्थ. सो द एरिया एरिया का फॉर्मूला यहाँ पे यूज होना है. तो एरिया का फॉर्मूला जो है वो वी आर फेमिलियर विद इट. एरिया ऑफ द रेक्टेंगल इज लेंथ मल्टीप्लाइड बाय द विड्थ. ठीक है, आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इट टू यू इन द प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स. सो इस क्वेश्चन में देखेंगे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल this is the length, the first dimension. Length is always greater than the width, we know. This is the length, and width is always smaller than the length. अब इस क्वेश्चन में एरिया तो हमें ये जो येलो पोर्शन है, दिस इज द एरिया, द कवर्ड पोर्शन, राइट. द सरफेस कवर्ड इज कॉल्ड द एरिया. ये है एक्स क्यूब माइनस 8x² प्लस 7. और ये एक साइड उसकी हमें गिवन है x माइनस 1. या तो वो ये साइड है या वो ये साइड है. वी डू नॉट नो दैट ये लेंथ है या विड्थ है. ठीक है, बट वी नो दैट लेंथ एंड विड्थ प्रोडक्ट में आ रहे हैं. अगर हम इसको लेंथ कंसिडर करते हैं तो वी विल बी फाइंडिंग आउट द अदर साइड, जिसके बारे में कहा गया फाइंड द अदर. तो हम विड्थ फाइंड करेंगे, और अगर हम इसको विड्थ काउंट करें इस x माइनस 1 को, तो फिर हम लेंथ फाइंड करेंगे, राइट. क्योंकि ये प्रोडक्ट में आ रहे हैं तो इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा इस वक्त. तो अगर ये होता कि 24 इसकी लेंथ है और 10 इसकी विड्थ है, तो नंबर्स में हमें बहुत आसानी से पता चल सकता था कि ये बहुत क्लियर और ऑब्वियस होता कि ये क्या वैल्यू है. इस वक्त क्योंकि ये प्रोडक्ट में है, और यू नो कि प्रोडक्ट इज कम्यूटेटिव. कम्यूटेटिव के बारे में भी आपको प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स में बताया जा चुका है. कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी होल्ड्स इन मल्टीप्लिकेशन. In simple words we can say कि order does not matter in multiplication. 5 into 6 will be the very same as 6 into 5. 5 और 6 का भी वही आंसर है 30, और 6 और 5 का भी वही आंसर है 30. If there are two numbers a and b, the product ab will be the same as ba, right. So length into width will be the very same as width into length. अगर मैं इसी को width into length लिख दूं तो भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. इसी को length into width लिखा हुआ है तो भी वही है जो width into length के equal है. So will be substituting this value as length, right, and the area is given to me. Now I have substituted the values. अब आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे क्या है, x minus 1 multiplied by width है, and it's an equation. ये हमें कैसे पता चला कि ये equation है? Because there is an equality sign, right? Here we are having area is equal to length multiplied by width. We have to find the width. So what we can do is that we can shift this to this side, and when it will be shifted to this side, initially ये कहाँ था? It was being multiplied with the width, और फिर जब ये shift हुआ, it has gone to the other side, it has been divided, right. So ये वही चीज है कि मल्टीप्लिकेशन और डिवीजन एक दूसरे के साथ रिवर्स रिलेशनशिप में होते हैं, और ये चीज हमें कहाँ हेल्प करती है? इक्वेशन में. सो व्हेन इट गोज टू द अदर साइड, it is being divided. Here the concept of division will be helpful for us in the solution of this question. And when we will be actually solving them, when we will be actually dividing them in the next slide, we will be getting the value of the width, right. So अब हमारा काम कितना रह गया? सिर्फ ये कि हम इस पॉलिनोमियल को इस पॉलिनोमियल से डिवाइड करेंगे. This is considered as dividend and this is considered as divisor. डिवीजन का लिखने का एक ये भी तरीका है. 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 2, जब हम 1 न्यूमरेटर में लिखते हैं, 2 डिनोमिनेटर में लिखते हैं, तो इट मींस कि 1 इज डिविडेंड एंड 2 इज डिविजर. तो ये बिल्कुल ऐसी ही बात है. सो नेक्स्ट हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे इनकी डिवीजन देखते हैं. वर्किंग कॉलम ड्रॉ कर लें, और ये डिविडेंड और डिविजर जो है ये हमारे पास अपने अपने प्लेसेस पर आ गए. नाउ डिवाइड x क्यूब बाय x and we know that the answer will be x square. We will shift it over here. We will multiply it x square by x minus 1. The answer will be x cube minus x square. This answer will be shifted over here under the like terms. We have the terms like these, and so they are shifted, subtracted. Now the process of subtraction means change of signs. Terms cancelled, and minus 8 plus 1 will give us minus 7, and this plus 7 will be shifted as it is. So minus 7x square will now be divided with x and it can be divided. Answer is minus 7x, which is shifted to the quotient and multiplied with the divisor. The product is minus 7x square plus 7x. It will be shifted here. Under the like terms, it should be shifted. Now you can see that they are not like terms. So what we should do, we should write this 7x at a little distance, right? क्योंकि 7 की जैसी term नहीं है 7x की, right? So now the process of subtraction will take place and they are cancelled. Now what about these two? ये आप पहले सीख चुके हैं लेक्चर नंबर 6 में कि इनके साथ हम क्या करते हैं. When we shift them over here, we shift them in descending form, and as we can see that इसकी डिग्री ज्यादा है, इसकी डिग्री कम है. इसकी डिग्री 1 है with respect to x, इसकी डिग्री 0 है, there is no x over here. So minus 7x will be shifted first and then plus 7. Now this minus 7x will be divided with this with x, this x, right? And we are getting the answer minus 7. Minus 7 shifted in the quotient and minus 7 multiplied with the divisor, right? The answer is minus 7x plus x, which will be shifted over here, and they will be subtracted, means the change of sign will take place. So cancel them out because they're of different signs, and the remainder is 0, and we are getting the width is equal to x square minus 7x minus 7. So here the remainder is 0, because इस क्वेश्चन में वो एग्जैक्टली डिविजिबल होते तो ही हम विड्थ फाइंड कर सकते थे. इस क्वेश्चन में ये नहीं कहा गया था कि रिमाइंडर अलग से बताएं, क्वोशिएंट अलग से बताएं. क्वेश्चन 14 में तो हमारे पास डिमांड ही ये थी कि हमें क्वोशिएंट भी फाइंड करना था, उसका रिमाइंडर भी फाइंड करना था, अलग अलग उनको मेंशन करना था. यहाँ इस क्वेश्चन में अगर रिमाइंडर कोई बच जाता तो इट मीन्स कि हम वी वुड बी अनएबल टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ द विड्थ. Now the summary of the whole lecture. We have seen in this lecture that whenever we divided the dividend and the divisors and both were of the same signs, the quotient was having a plus sign, right? And whenever we divided a dividend and divisor and they were having different signs, the quotient was having a minus sign. And we have also seen that degree of the dividend is greater or equal to the degree of the divisor. Then we have seen that if dividend is not exactly divisible by the divisor, then remainder is not 0. और कौन सी एग्जाम्पल आपने इसके लिए देखी 13 डिवाइडेड बाय 3 के लिए. और अगर ये डिविजिबल होता एग्जैक्टली तो इसका रिमाइंडर 0 होता. ये किसी भी एग्जाम्पल से आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल 12 को 2 से डिवाइड करके देखें. इफ डिविडेंड will be exactly divisible by divisor, तो 12 को 2 से डिवाइड करने से remainder will be 0, which will be a proof of it. Then we have applied the formula of divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to dividend, and which is a basic relationship between divisor, dividend, quotient, and remainder. And we see that sometimes division of the polynomial by the monomial is done directly, as we have seen in lecture number 6. But today we have seen that the division by binomials is done by the long division method, as all the questions that we solved today were done by this long division method. And few questions in lecture number 6 also we have solved questions by the long division method. Then we solved question number 14 and 15 from exercise 5a, and alhamdulillah we have finished exercise 5a. Now you prepare it well for the upcoming test. Now write down your today's homework, which you have to do. Write down the summary of the lecture on your neat copy, and then you have to write the question 14 ABCD part and question 15 part on your question 15 on your neat copy from exercise 5a. And then you have to think and write the answers of the following questions on your rough copy. You have to first solve them on your rough copy, and then I will be demanding, maybe I'll be demanding some of these in my Google form, so that you will be attempting these questions over there. If divisor is x plus 2 and quotient is x minus 2 and remainder is 1, what will be the dividend, right? So it's a challenge for you. Find it out. I'll be happy if you find it out correctly, and I'm giving you a hint for it. you will be using this relationship. You know that how to use this divisor को multiply करें quotient से, remainder उसमें add करें and find the dividend. I have given you certain values and you have to tell me what is the dividend. And question number 3 part B is that simply you have to divide x square minus 2x minus 1 by x minus 1. By a long division method you can do it, or by some other method if you know, or divide y cube plus 2y square plus 1 by y square plus 4, right? But you can do it by division method or by some other method if you know. And I hope you will practice all these things to learn better. It will be good for you. You will not forget the things. Thank you, class. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.